executed really well. I thought the first half, especially the first quarter, we had a few lapses that we could have done a little bit better, but second half, defense was right on point. Made them work for every shot, every point, and that's what we want to do if we can keep them out of transition. You know, we turned it over a few times, too many, but didn't kill us.
Mike, it wasn't just the scoring for James in the first half, especially in the first quarter. He was deflecting balls down low, you know, playing almost center position for you guys. How much did his intensity offensively and defensively set the tone for you guys tonight?
I mean, it always does. I mean, his defense has been really good all year, and now it's even in the bubble, it's been even better. And he sets the tone when he's like that. You know, yeah, I can't, you know, yeah, I've talked about him so much that how good he is that, you know, it's just like, yeah, just another normal game for him, which is probably, you can't get much better than that.
Shannon, I know you always talk about game one being a feel-out game. Was there anything that Houston did tonight that flummoxed you guys more than expected based on the week of watching film and knowing how they play with this unique small ball group that you saw on the court tonight?
I think it's the speed. They play with a lot of speed, obviously starting with the head of the snake and Russ, but they play with a lot of speed, both offensively and defensively. And you can watch it on film, and you can see it on film. Until you get out there, you get a feel for it, and that's what we did tonight. We got a feel for their speed, and we should be fully aware of that going into game two.
What did it stand out to you more on what you guys, the struggles offensively or defensively? Could have both. What was the thing that stood out the most aside from
I don't think we had many struggles defensively. Obviously, we allowed James to get to the free throw line way too much in the first half. But more importantly, I mean, we had 17 turnovers for 27 points. That's all offense. And I thought defensively, you know, we had a couple breakdowns, but that happens throughout the course of a 48-minute game. But I thought we were in tune on that side, but offensively, we got to clean up the turnovers.
Hey, LeBron, it's Dave. It was a 6-point game to start the fourth, and Houston went on a, I think, 12-3 run with a group that you guys haven't really used before. What's it like to play with a new group of players in a playoff situation when you've never done it before?
You know, who's ever on the floor, we got to do a better job of executing. And you know, EG came in the fourth quarter and sparked them on the offensive end. You know, getting to the line, getting into the paint, making shots, and we didn't get any to fall for us. So we got to do a better job of that.
Wasn't nearly as gruesome a fourth quarter for the Lakers as for the Bucks, but they were outscored by 9 in that crucial fourth quarter. LeBron didn't score in it, only the third time in his playoff career. He failed to score in the fourth quarter with at least 9 minutes played.
Yeah, I mean, this is sincere. They're a really good team. They're number one in our conference, and so we had to get off to a really good start, and we did that. We were just competing until we figured out, you know, what they were doing, and we just try to keep attacking. They're a good team, and when you give them opportunities to, you know, play slow and play into their hands, they have the advantage. So we wanted to keep our pace up, you know, and defensively be active. You know, make those guys work as hard as we can, and make everything tough for them. But it's only one game. You know, it's only one game, and we gotta, you know, watch film. And you know, the playoffs is about making adjustments. You know, I'm sure we're gonna make adjustments. They're gonna make adjustments, and you know, we gotta get ready for game two. Get that. We gotta be even better game two, because you know, the principles and the schemes and all that stuff ramp up. So guys got to be even more engaged.
You know, LeBron said, limit our turnovers. We only had 15, which should have been, you know, 5 or 6, but it seemed like they scored on every turnover that we had. I mean, they had 27 points off turnover, you know, which kills us. So, you know, we can't turn the ball over against this team. And I mean, that was kind of the big key.
When you're competing for a championship, you gotta leave it on the floor. Regardless if it's game 1, game 7, doesn't matter. Every game, every possession is important, and that's how we gotta play it.
Remember Silla were talking about the roommate game? Imagine that's your roommate. And you play video games late at night, like he'd yell at you, dog cuss action.
Not going to bed until he wins.
And he's got better gear than you. Like, it'd be tough. It'd be tough. And a game filled with stars. Harden shined the brightest. Scored or assisted on 71% of the points scored by the Rockets when he was on the floor. Big help on the defensive end as well, holding the Lakers to 4 for 16 when he was the primary defender.
Didn't take too kindly to that and responded with this. Explain to me what the bleep I gotta do with the subject matter. I'm over here minding my damn business, preparing for Houston. And by the way, I ain't never been nobody but my damn self. That's followed by a crown and another, a little swear word there. I can't say everything on TV, guys. Shannon, do you like LeBron's tweet?
I love it. At some point in time, Skip, you got to call out this blasphemy. Now, first of all, I don't get what Richard Jefferson's talking about. Because Scottie Pippen was never, ever thought of as better than Michael Jordan. And see, Skip, you remember when this pandemic went on in early parts of June. It was supposed to be released later. But because we were in a pandemic, there was nothing on television. They released this documentary. It was called The Last Dance. And what The Last Dance did is that it clouded people's judgment because people believe that Michael Jordan won every finals that he played in the NBA, and that's not true. Michael Jordan, in his first 3 playoff appearances, won 1 game. He got swept twice. He won 1 game against the Milwaukee Bucks. So if I'm not mistaken,
how many did you score against the Celtics in that first game?
It was not
how about 63?
So let me ask you a question.
How about God and sneakers?
So is it about scoring or is it about winning? I just need to know. Because the argument that you always use when Peyton Manning was putting up these big numbers, you were telling me Tom Brady was winning titles.
So you're saying Michael Jordan's overrated. Is that what you're saying? I think you just said that. You just made the case, and that's the wrongest case you've ever made in the history of this show.
I'm going to get back to my point. I love D. Wade. I love what he taking on his 3 sons, raising them. One of his sons chose to live her best life and says, Dad, I want to identify as this, and he supported it. Even though he caught a lot of criticism, he said, I love my child and I want what's best for my child. So I love D. Wade. Even as D. Wade won a title, D. Wade was Finals MVP. No one has ever said Dwayne Wade was a better player than Michael Jordan. No one has ever said that.
No.
So for for Jay Williams to come out and says that LeBron James was Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan was a flat out lie and flat out wrong.
It's not a lie. It's just wrong.
It's
just
a lie.
Wrong. Yeah.
It's a lie.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not like making up. It's his opinion.
Skip. At some point in time, I mean, there's a lot of opinion that floats around that gets information. My point is that has Giannis played great? No. Giannis is about to be a 2-time league MVP. He's Defensive Player of the Year. So under that argument, the year that Michael Jordan won the Defensive Player of the Year and the MVP, who was Michael Jordan on that team? Because he got bounced in the playoffs. See, people got to stop this foolishness that Michael Jordan got to the finals every year and he won every year. No, he didn't. His first 7 years in the league, Michael Jordan did not get to the finals.
Okay. Well, it took some time. And then what happened?
Skip.
Well, tell the people what happened. Once he broke through, what happened?
Skip.
6 straight times, 6 straight MVPs.
So if you don't mind me asking, how many years has Giannis been in the league?
Yeah. Okay.
So who's to say once he break through, he doesn't keep it going?
Is that what you're predicting? No, are you predicting that?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, do you see that? We deal in opinions. What does your heart, your gut tell you?
My opinion is that people keep making Michael Jordan is transcendent. He is a historical basketball player. But can we stop this notion that Michael Jordan never lost? Michael Jordan won every game. Michael Jordan went to the playoffs all 15 years. He went to the playoffs all 15 years. He won the title all 15 years. Okay, yes, Giannis didn't play up to the MVP standard against Toronto. He lost. But Michael Jordan was MVP in a bunch of years that he did not even make it to the finals. And nobody said a thing. We've got to stop this, Skip. If a guy wins the MVP in the season and he doesn't win the title, you got to stop thinking he's a bum. That's not true.
Okay.
But it's very seldom, Skip, that a guy wins MVP and the finals in the same year. So when Kevin
Durant, very seldom because it's only happened now third time.
No. I'm just saying the regular season MVP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And defensive player of the year.
No. I'm just saying the regular season. I'm just saying MVP.
Yeah.
Because the year Kevin Durant won the MVP, Skip, did he make it to the finals? No. So what was he?
Okay, he was back-to-back finals MVP when
Skip,
it mattered.
that was not then.
Okay.
You keep trying to move the goalpost.
I don't move the goalposts. Yeah. I'm just spitting facts back at you.
2014, how many finals MVPs did Kevin Durant win in 2014?
He was stuck with Russell Westbrook.
You changed the argument. You changed the argument again.
No!
Change the argument again.
I first guessed that. I was so far ahead of that curve, it was a joke. It was a joke. I was the one. I said, do you see what's happening in Oklahoma City? Did I not? You got to give me credit. I first guess. I don't second guess.
Skip, that's not the argument.
Okay. I make it first. You look at it in hindsight. I make it first. I first guess everything.
Okay, Skip. You get kudos for that, but that's
not from you.
Skip, but that's not the argument in this.
Okay, what is the argument right here, right now? It starts with Giannis.
Yes.
Who is he? What is he? What will he be? That's the subject at hand.
He's a two-time, he's about to be a two-time league MVP and a defensive player of the year.
Okay.
That is a young player.
Okay. What did start this? Richard Jefferson tweeted, Giannis might be a Pippen. He said, might be a Pippen, ... There I said it. This is the tweet from Richard Jefferson, who obviously played with LeBron. He's played a long time in the league. Not a great player, but a pretty good player.
Great. So how good? So if he's not great, how many good players have won the MVP in the regular season?
Okay, I don't know what the point is of what you're asking.
But you said he might be a good player. He's a two-time league MVP.
I'm trying to give him some credibility here. He played alongside LeBron. Yeah. He loves LeBron, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Might be a Pippen about Giannis. There I said it. He needs his Jordan. That's the tweet that detonated all this from Richard Jefferson, okay? I co-signed that tweet because I first guessed that. I told you last year, games 3, 4, 5, and 6 against the Toronto Raptors, Giannis shrank. What do we call him? 6'11"? He played like he was 6'3" in that series in the last 4 games. In the fourth quarter of those 4 straight games, he completely disappeared. He was ineffective to the point he was shooting 29% from the field over those 4 games because they walled him off and said, you have a big hole in your game. You have no mid-range jump shot. You cannot hurt us from 7 feet or 8 feet or 12 feet. This year he tried to shoot more threes, and sometimes he can be fairly effective from 3. Right. But when the pressure is on, he cannot be effective from 3 because he's not a very good three-point shooter. And you know and I know he is a liability at the free throw line, especially in playoff games. See what happened the other night against the Heat when he had a chance to make it a little closer. Remember, with 43 seconds left, and he badly missed 2 straight free throws that surprised nobody. So here we go again against Miami, a smart team, tough team mentally and physically, with a good coach in Eric Spoelstra, and they just said, we're going to do what Toronto did last year. We're going to say, you can't have this anymore. In the regular season, he gets all he wants at the rim. He is this generation's Wilt Chamberlain, just finger rolling at the rim. He just swoops to the hoop and lays the ball home. And once he gets downhill on you, you know and I know, you cannot stop this man. No. But you can stop him with your mind and your strategy, because if you take that away, he doesn't have enough more to complement his game to hurt your defensive strategy of build a wall about 3 feet from the basket, right? Okay, that means by his standards, he is being overrated. I keep doing that, and I'll do it in all caps, overrated, because